DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
Tuned in to DJNTV Live with your host, Brian S. Red.
Live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Brian S. Red and Ben Stowe show tonight. And I'm sorry, but during the credits, they talked about all the cool stuff. So pretty much the show's over.
We're done.
We're done.
I don't like top billing. Ben should have top billing on this.
I was just thinking I was just glad to be on the Brian S. Red show.
I'd rather be on the Ben Stowe show, but that's okay. I guess it is my hour. So
it is your hour. It is. Yes, yeah. It is your
hour, I guess I should say.
So tonight,
we're just here for the snacks.
We're going to start out the night talking a little bit about Yacht Rock, and we're going to dig into that a little bit because for a lot of you have been like kind of struggling with what is Yacht Rock. You're hearing it come up. Brian has talked about it numerous times. So we're going to kind of have Brian define it for us a little bit, and then we're going to put together a little bit of a playlist. I've got some groups that are fitting into that genre of Yacht Rock, and we're going to basically figure out songs from that group that would be the best choice for this. A little different than what we were talking about doing last week, but we want to do that so that way Ben can share some of his musical insight, because I think we're going to get into some of the music that Ben actually knows deeper cuts than a lot of you would imagine. So this will be kind of a fun little.
Okay, for the record, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, he plays along well.
Ben, I never know what's going on when this show starts.
Yeah,
we're going to do like my show, another, or it's kind of potluck, disc-jockey news TV time. So
yeah, pretty much. That's and then by the end of
John, you're going to appreciate this. We have a devoted viewer. He and his wife actually are devoted viewers. He enjoys our show for the content, and she enjoys the show because it helps her fall asleep. Saving all kinds of money on sleep aids. But anyway, they are from central Minnesota, kind of halfway between you and I. And they were in the shop today. And he's a great guy. I love seeing him all the time. Anyway, he said, so what are you guys going to talk about tonight? And I said, man, you'll know when I do. Just tune in. I have no idea. You'll know when I do. It's going to be a great time.
And for those of you wondering, Ben and I do have a little chart of some of our upcoming shows of what we're going to talk about. Being that this was on the eve of,
ignore it.
Well, no. We've been doing really quite well with it. But this particular night, because we're on the eve of Thanksgiving Eve, yes. Tonight's going to basically be just more of a relaxed, chill night. And we'll get into the heavy lifting next week for a couple of weeks before.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, that always makes me think of food, of course. And I'm going to have my elastic eating pants on Thursday. You can bet that. And, a lot of stagehands out there have elastic belts, so that'll come in really handy, too. I'm going to go grab my elastic belt. But anyway, you and I, we're going to do a Christmas goodie show, I think, right?
I think that's the plan. I think we're going to be swinging up into your neck of the woods because we've got to plan a weekend. Because we have to do some ice fishing videos and such, and there's no place better to do ice fishing videos than northern Minnesota. So I think we're going to aim for that you can
go ice fishing pretty much tomorrow up here.
I think we're going to aim, that will be our December 18th show is what we're going to record for that night. Because we have to.
Well, my son and both of my daughters may want to join us in that show. My son, I'm going to put this out there for all the world to see. Obviously I sort of try to have a private life, but I'm not doing a very good job of that. So he baked a cake completely from scratch, not a mix, anything. So
whoa.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I realize this video will be viewed in the context of time 10, 15 years from now, maybe. I don't know why anybody would watch it 10 years from now, but you never know. I really hope my son turns out to be a chef. That would be fantastic. I would just go hang out at his restaurant and eat all day.
How was the cake?
It was actually good. It was really good.
Very impressive. That is very impressive. That typically that doesn't. Their first example, I've got my youngest, or not youngest, second. He's my chef is my fourth grader, and generally the first time he makes something, it's going to be a little bit on the dark side, probably crispy, potentially smoking.
No, he nailed it. I didn't have high expectations, first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he did a really good job. So
Excellent.
I think the cake was. Now I'm really going to get in trouble, but I know he doesn't watch the show. I think the cake was made for a girl, so there was probably a little extra care given. I don't know.
See, now we're starting to get into Brian's area of expertise, giving advice when it comes to the young ladies. He's got some.
This is very Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know, build her a cake or something. Maybe that's the advice that he took, so he built her a cake.
That's my boy.
Vote for Pedro.
Yeah, that's my son.
Oh, funny.
He's a sweet kid. He's a good guy. He's got a big. Well, him actually,
Yeah,
but anyway.
Of course.
Yep,
He's a big fan of yours. So what are we talking about music? I got to get out of this cake topic before I get myself in real trouble.
So Brian, give us a for those who are wondering what Yacht Rock is, because I think I had 5 or 6 people message through the different things in the last couple of days. Like, what's Yacht Rock? Once we started to make it known, we were talking about that. So
like a redneck yacht club, or
see, even Ben is a little confused.
Yacht Rock, and this is the best way I can describe it, or I have described it, I guess. Okay, New England, okay, summertime. Muffy and Biff are on the yacht, on the sailboat, out in like the Chesapeake Bay kind of thing, and if that's in New England, I don't know, but it's all very bourgeois, right?
We're gonna go with
so
it.
Anyway, it not.
Sounds good,
not.
right?
It's out there. It's on Cape Cod, whatever. Cape Cod. There we go. And they're sipping on martinis, right? And they're in cardigan sweaters. And this is like the late 70s, early 80s. Very, very Harvard University looking. Kind of. What are they listening to? That's Yacht Rock. So
you're painting quite a picture here.
What are they listening to? It's very non-threatening music, but the production value is very high. It's soft rock though. It's very non-threatening, high production value music. So artists that are Yacht Rock artists, should I get into that yet, or should we wait?
We'll be hitting some, and we're going to kind of compile our list of songs, the suggested songs from some of these artists and such.
It's almost bourgeois,
You lost me at Cardigan.
It's very.
Although I liked the Cardigans as a band, But
Love Fool, sure. I like that song too.
So we're going. I've got my little clipboard up here, and we're going to go and come up. We'll talk about bands that would kind of fit this category, and bounce through some songs from those bands, and kind of decide what should be the song on our list. So, Brian, first band that would fit this category.
You're asking me?
Yes, or I can.
I thought you said you compiled a list of bands.
Who's
driving this bus?
Steely Dan.
Yeah. Oh, Steely Dan
is one of the, probably, if you listen to kind of the Yacht Rock stations, Steely Dan, you will hear that at least once.
Let's do Steely Dan first. That's a good one to do, because not everything Steely Dan does is even kind of Yacht Rock. In fact, forget the whole Can't Buy a Thrill album, because you're talking about Do It Again, which in my opinion is like a lowrider song. Mm-hmm. That's like a Latino lowrider track. Dirty Work. Almost Crosby, Stills, Nash, but it's gorgeous.
So more like Hey 19 kind of thing, or like
Hey 19 is Yacht Rock.
That's okay. Yeah. So I'm picking it up.
Right. You're picking it up. So like everything, like Ricky, Don't Lose That Number. It's starting to get there. But by the time we get into FM, we're there. We are so Yacht Rock. It's bourgeois. It's jazzy. It's high production.
Say that again.
That's Yacht Rock.
Say that again. The bourgeois thing.
Huh?
Say that again. Bourgeois.
Bourgeois.
It's just fun to watch you say that.
Bourgeois. Yeah, with my speech impediment, I'm sure you're really finding that humorous.
No, I think it was
I-
more your facial expression, the bourgeois.
Bourgeois.
Yeah,
that,
it's-
that level of sophistication. coming
Yes.
through.
I'll never
It's
look
very,
at you the same.
it's very like, what is Thurston Howell the third listening to, kind of thing. He's listening to Hey 19, Time Out of Mind. Oh geez, Babylon Sisters, all that stuff, man. And that is all very much yacht rock. But
Bourgeois.
bourgeois. Yeah, it's a good word.
So now I'm going to go over to the chat room and see some of the suggestions. How we
See if anybody can spell bourgeois.
Bourjoie.
I don't know. That's what Gus has, and
That's what Gus says.
and we're not going to argue with Gus.
I don't have a clue.
French.
So how
it
we
has
threw
to
out-
do with the class system in France. Google it, man. It's a word.
It's got to be.
So-
there, man.
LMGTFY.
I have the best words. That's one of them.
You have the best facial expressions.
The best
do.
words in-
Bourgeois.
So for suggested songs for our list, how we threw out.
Wait. Let me. Okay, Dave Clevenger just said something really cool. He's asking if Eddie Money's in there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Edward Mahoney.
The answer to that is actually yes. Eddie Money has one song that qualifies as yacht rock, to my knowledge,
Okay.
because "Baby Hold On" is not yacht rock.
Yep.
How about
I Think I'm in Love, Take Me
No.
Home Tonight. None of that. Take Me
really? I
Home
would have
Tonight.
thought "Take Me Home" would be yacht rock.
It would be, but it happened too late. Like yacht rock kind of happened between the mid '70s and like '83. It just like came to a screeching halt.
People quit wearing cardigans after '83, or
Yes.
what?
Yeah,
what
it was
ended
just
the-
over. It was
All
like
right.
the whole St. Elmo's Fire vibe was just gone. So anyway, the one song by Eddie Money that I believe does qualify as yacht rock is the one it's "Maybe I'm a Fool." Do you know that one? It's a great song, and it sounds like nothing else he did, but that is a yacht rock song. It was a minor hit. It didn't do much, but it's a very popular track in the yacht rock genre. "Maybe I'm a Fool" by Eddie Money would be a yacht rock song. So,
Just a second.
yeah, bougie. Bougie is what they say now. Yeah. Very bougie.
Oh yeah. I guess you can. I guess that does have definitely a different song.
It's a very different Eddie Money song. When I first heard it, I thought to
Well,
myself,
sounds like somebody you hear in an elevator.
God, that sounds well. That's there you
It's
go.
yacht rock.
That sounds a lot like Eddie Money, but there's no way this is an Eddie Money song, and sure enough, it is. Yeah, "Maybe I'm a Fool." Eddie Money would be a yacht rock track,
Okay.
and a good one.
Let's bounce back to our Steely Dan.
Okay, what about him?
Because we were looking for suggestions because we want to put together the best track from Steely Dan. Oh, we've got some suggested, so we'll get that.
Really?
For yacht rock?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
How we threw out Peg.
Yes, Peg is definitely a huge one. I believe "Time Out of Mind" would be a really good one too. But my personal favorite, and I think works beautiful within the genre, is "FM." I love that song.
Okay. Just for those of you who are not familiar with that, we're going to just play a little bit of it. Yeah, that's even more mellow than Peg.
Maybe I'm not getting it. I would have picked this one.
No. That is not yacht rock at all.
Too rocky.
Why not?
Kinda.
No,
It's
tell me-
rock. It's more. That's more like biker music, and that's the whole "Can't Buy
Your
a Thrill"
definition
vibe.
of rock and mine are different. I'll tell you that.
Well, no. I mean, it's no. I mean that's like dirty work. That's like very
People are
"Can't Buy a
gonna like
Thrill."
people are gonna lose their mind when I say this, but I was like a metal drummer, like a hard rock drummer. So my definition of rock and yours are different. Picture me
Well,
with a
it's-
mullet. It was fantastic.
It's actually almost too the tempo's too fast for yacht rock, even I believe.
Oh,
So-
okay. So they gotta wear cardigans.
It's like
gotta be
smooth. It's
bougie.
like jazzy. It's think jazzy.
How? Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
when we're
Here,
talking,
I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yeah,
I'm learning.
we're getting there. We're getting there.
All right.
Okay, so the next group that's being suggested is Chicago.
Yeah, a couple.
There's a couple there. Yep.
Couple. Not Chicago everything, but there's a couple. Boy, if I had to pick one from Chicago, it would probably be If You Leave Me Now. It'd be like their ballad. That'd be the one I think I would pick. Otherwise we're getting into like the David Forrester stuff, and that's like later in the 80s, and that almost doesn't qualify.
Okay.
I love it, but I think I would go with like If You Leave Me Now, unless you can throw something else out there that you like better. Definitely the post Terry Kath stuff would be the only thing that will qualify. I don't think Wishing You Were Here is even there. I don't think it makes the cut.
How about Saturday in the Park?
No, absolutely not.
It almost has. I almost feel like I should be wearing a cardigan while listening to that.
It's too rocky.
The production isn't there for it.
Okay.
You don't have the
You're
production
just
value.
making this stuff up.
I'm telling you, man, it's a vibe. You can either feel it or you don't. You can either hang or you can't. I'm telling you that it is not a yacht rock song.
Bourgeois.
I'm sorry, what Chicago song did we pick? We had on there?
Well, I'm suggesting If You Leave Me Now would be the yacht rock track, but it could also. Oh God, I almost said Call on Me, but I think I'll stick with Wishing You Were Here unless somebody has a better suggestion.
Chat room says.
Well, they need a second
They're
too.
lagging.
But
they're bringing up Toto, which is a good one to bring up.
Is Toto yacht rock?
Georgie Porgy is.
There was Call on Me. Okay, so
Georgie Porgy is definitely a yacht rock track.
we're jumping to Toto next, and we got to do the Georgie Porgy.
Yeah. I think Eric Benet did like a remake thing of it in the 90s.
I've got to search just a little bit deeper because it didn't. There we go. Oh yeah, that has it all over, written all over it.
Yeah.
Ben probably doesn't remember this song. He's kind of young.
You know what song almost sounds exactly like this one?
What's that?
Is JoJo by Boz Scaggs. It almost sounds exactly like Georgie Porgy. I don't know who ripped off who.
See if I can.
And it's also a yacht rock track.
Yeah.
It's like
You could drop one over top of the other, and we could do everything.
you could. It would be an interesting mashup for like people who wanted to fall asleep. But yeah, absolutely.
Oh. Okay, I haven't checked Facebook here, so
And Boz Scaggs is all yacht rock, man. Low Down, Lido Shuffle, JoJo. That's all definitely yacht rock stuff. My favorite being Low Down, but I also do like JoJo.
let's see. Fleetwood Mac was mentioned.
Yeah, probably some of the later stuff, like maybe Gypsy. Dreams would qualify. A lot of that stuff actually would, now that I think about it. Yeah, not Tusk. If you start at Rumors, skip Tusk, and go on from there, I think you're all pretty much yacht rock.
So
Well, maybe Sarah off of Tusk would be.
just trying to see if somebody grabbed a specific song. No, they didn't.
Somebody said Joe Jackson Stepping Out, which is one of my favorite tracks ever. And yeah. And Waiting for a Girl Like You is by Foreigner, not Journey. And Looking Glass Brandy is not yacht rock. It's way too old.
Yeah, I was gonna. I'm trying to find
Telling me a Carly Simon joke.
a Fleetwood Mac, though. We need to find one song for our list.
One song for our list for Fleetwood Mac. What do you think, Room? If I had to pick one, I think I'd play it safe and go Dreams.
Dreams.
Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Off of Rumors, best selling album of all time. You know that one?
Yeah, exactly. I just I was loading it up so we could play a little bit of it. But of course, if you wanted the one that people know right now because of movies, my kids know Chains. They're the Chain, I should say.
The Chain, because of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
My son didn't get it when I kept playing that from my phone as he's watching the movie. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You think that song just came out?"
You know it, Dad?
Yeah. You're about 40 years late.
First album I ever bought, it was actually the 8-track, and it was from the rummage sale next door. I paid $0.25 for it. And I think late 77, early 78. And it was all over from there.
Christopher Cross.
Anything by Christopher Cross. Even if I've never heard it before, I'm sure it's yacht rock.
Sure, yep, his things are pretty much across the board.
Yes.
I was going to say my personal favorite from Christopher. I wonder.
Oh, yeah.
If I can pull it up here quickly. Internet seems.
Which one's your personal favorite from Christopher Cross?
I like Arthur's theme. Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
I don't know why.
I suppose your favorite hamburger's McDonald's too, right? I'm just teasing you. I was just thinking there were so many cool. I think he's going to go right like the wind, or he's going to go like deep.
No,
he's
the other would be.
It's all right, or something. He goes, Arthur.
Would have been the other one. Sailing from Christopher Cross.
Yeah, but it's all yacht rock.
Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
And it is, and it's all basically he's got like 6 hits in that spot. Yeah. Okay.
And they're all yacht rock.
Let's see. Supertramp, somebody mentioned. Robin mentioned.
Nah, I can't think of one Supertramp song that I would classify as a yacht rock track. I can't think of one.
There was one I thought that.
The logical song would be a stretch, as would be Long Way Home or anything off of Breakfast in America. I can't think of one Supertramp song that would be yacht rock.
Yeah. As we go through with the definitions and such, I would agree. ELO.
No.
Nothing?
Nope.
Even I know that one. And I don't even know what yacht rock is.
I love ELO, but they are not yacht rock. Absolutely. Jeff Lynne never did yacht rock. Ever.
Not a thing there.
No. Nothing.
I'm still trying to get Ricky Don't Lose My Number out of my head.
I love that song when it came out. Oh my God. And I'm old enough to remember when that damn song came.
Let's see. Reggie threw out Air Supply.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't like them, but everything they do is yacht rock. Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. I've worked with a few of these groups that we've talked about, and I'm just kind of biting my tongue as we go by, you know, that being one, by the way. Just like,
I'm not a fan. My mother loves them. She's all about Air Supply. I could just never do it. Couldn't do it.
They were good to work with.
I'm sure they're lovely people. The one thing I will say about them is I will congratulate them on writing and releasing one of the creepiest songs ever.
And
you know the song I'm talking about? That
is?
Every Woman in the World. Read the lyrics to that song. That is creepy. That's just a creepy ass song. Congratulations, Aussies. You did it. You were able to. And the way it's performed too. If it was like a metal song, I would get it, but it's creepy.
Well, obviously Every Woman in the World lyrics is a big thing because that popped up like Every Woman and then it went in the world lyrics.
Huge.
I was never in love, never had time. In my hustle and hurried world, laughing myself to sleep.
You're reading all out of love.
Every Woman in the World. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Air Supply.
Oh yeah, I guess
I love.
Girl, you're every winner. You're my fantasy.
Thing in my head
you're my reality. You're everything I need.
I got Ricky out of my head. That's good.
Yeah, this is an earworm one. I'm not gonna dig into that. So yeah, Air Supply, America. Scott Carroll threw up America.
Yeah, absolutely. They're an early entry.
Weren't they too early for Yacht Rock?
They would have been pretty close because they would have been early.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Ben. They're pretty early for Yacht Rock, but the production value is so high on that stuff, and I think they were real groundbreaking in that regard. That California sound thing that was happening at the time with Eagles, Linda Ronstadt, Jackson Browne. I mean, they were just as good when it came to writing and
I'm not disputing their talent here at all.
But I mean, it's refined. As simple as it is, it's done so well. And yeah, man, Tin Man, Ventura Highway, a lot of those tracks that you could totally. I think that you could get away with calling them Yacht Rock. Yeah, I personally feel like you probably could.
This is Tin Man, which is
yeah. Now this stuff was like this was like psychedelic progressive folk. It was the goofiest stuff in the world. The lyrics make no sense at all. But it's like this innocent folky stuff, and it's like whacked out Pink Floyd lyrics. It's kind of cool.
Let's continue on. I just put Tin Man down because I like that song, so that's what I put down.
It's a good tune.
10cc.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Not in Love, Things We Do for Love. I guess even Dreadlock Holiday. Yeah, I guess that would be Yacht Rock too. Yeah, they're a Yacht Rock band. And I believe wasn't that Neil Sedaka's backing band?
Oh, that I don't know.
I think it was. Or Linda Ronstadt's at one time, but I think it was Neil Sedaka's backing band.
I think lead guy from Nitty Gritty Dirt Band played for Linda Ronstadt too.
Did he?
I think so.
Well, Eagles did. Most of them.
He played for somebody. He worked for somebody as a musician.
NCC was someone's band.
I just remember that I've done a few shows with them, and I remember hearing that. So
yeah.
Anyway, random.
Linda was just like the epicenter of cool back then for that kind of music. And what was so strange about it, Linda and all those people back then, they wanted to do country. It's what they were kind of trying to ride this new country wave, and it turned into something completely different, which I think is neat. It just progressed into something that is Eagles and Jackson Browne and all that stuff. She kind of stuck more country, I think, but she bounced around too.
Just trying to see if I could find it. I'm not seeing it quickly.
What?
With 10cc, whose backing band they were.
Yeah, I think they were like, I don't know why I keep thinking they were Neil Sedaka's.
Wayne was a member of Wayne Fontina there and the Mindbenders.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Next.
Okay, next one. Let's see. We've done that one. Barry Manilow.
He's kind of his own genre, I think.
I'm with Ben on that.
I would. Yeah, I don't think that.
I don't believe so. He's kind of no. I wouldn't. There's no reason he shouldn't be, but for some reason he's not.
Because he's his own genre.
Very.
Yeah. It's
dude.
Hello.
Hey,
dude.
What do you know about
you were coming out of Bake to Cake?
You're live
scratch.
on the air with thousands of my closest friends. What do you know about Yacht Rock?
It's not a boat.
But it's something you listen to on a boat. Apparently, wearing a cardigan and what's that word again, Brian?
Bourgeois.
Attaboy.
Bourgeois. Or I'm sorry, we're talking to a kid. Bougie. You know bougie, right? What's bougie mean?
Don't answer that. No, have a good night, son.
Okay, so the next one, Bryan Adams. Robin threw up Bryan Adams. Does Bryan Adams have anything that qualifies?
Bryan Adams is basically invented for FM radio. And by the way, I've worked with him too. He puts on a fantastic show, but he was basically invented for FM radio, or FM radio was invented for Bryan Adams. Maybe that's a better way of saying it.
I saw Bryan Adams for his Reckless tour, and wow, that was really good.
Yeah,
really.
puts on a great show. He's a great performer, whatever. But I, based on what I'm learning about yacht rock, I don't think so. I think, I mean, even his, ballads and all that obviously made him gazillions of dollars. They were basically made for movies and FM radio.
Yeah. Not even kind of yacht rock. Although my favorite, I'll maybe not my favorite, but the one that I just really enjoy from Bryan Adams is still "Let Me Take You Dancing," the U.S. remix of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we played that on one of our shows.
I still love that track. It's just hilarious.
Was that early in his career?
Huh?
Was that an early track in his career? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like 79. He was like
one
19
end or the
years
other,
old
and
or
I think it was
something.
like a disco-y.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be, but we got it and sped it up like from 33 to 78 and made it a disco track.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I was gonna.
I sound like a chipmunk on it, but it's a hilarious track, and I recommend it to everyone to give it a listen because it's very funny.
Let's see. Let's continue down. Carly Simon was mentioned.
For some reason, she doesn't fall there, but she should. Carly Simon is definitely adult contemporary.
Who's making the rules here? I mean, if she should, then can't we just say she does?
Well, if you do that, then you got to let a lot of other people into the door too.
Well, but who's okay? So is there a velvet rope for this deal or what? I mean,
Yeah, it's yacht rock. It's very exclusive.
I think it's probably more like a marine rope, but
No, it's
Oh
velvet.
no.
It's velvet.
anchor chain or something. I don't know.
It's beautiful velvet.
They probably have velvet anchor chains on these yachts.
If there was a yacht rock song from Carly Simon, hypothetically speaking, I think I would go with "You Belong to Me." But yeah, maybe that one.
Is there I want to know, is there a yacht rock committee? Is there, who
I'm a
decides?
member of it. Thurston
Okay.
Howell III is still the.
So do you get together once a year and vote on songs that should be considered for yacht rock, or is the voting closed, or
It is right now. Yeah. No, I mean maybe would work hypothetically, but I just wouldn't put it in a yacht rock set. I wouldn't put it there.
Geez, and that song's not even popping up on the first page here. So, all right,
you're
we're
a
gonna keep going.
committee member?
I love Carly Simon. I was just thinking about Bond themes, and she had the best one, like ever.
Is that nobody does it better?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason it was so cool was because she didn't use the Bond title as the title of the song. She worked it in there and still made a beautiful track. Now, Paul McCartney did a great track. I mean, he Henry Mancini the shit out of it, but he used Live and Let Die. He had a cool title. He got lucky, right? And then Rita Coolidge did All Time High, right? And that wasn't the title of the movie, but they didn't ask the Two Live Crew to do Octopussy, so that's what they ended up with. They could have knocked that track out in 15 minutes flat.
A different interpretation of what that movie would have been. But
I'm just saying.
yeah.
So go ahead. I just turned into Jay Brennan there for a minute. Go ahead.
We're going to jump down here a little bit. Peter mentions Hall & Oates, which, of course, is a staple on the stations. That the question becomes...
On the yacht rock stations?
There are indeed yacht rock stations out there.
Yes.
Are they on the marine band?
I'm a listener. I'm an avid listener. Yes.
Yes,
And I don't always agree with what they put on there.
Well, but you're a committee member, so you have some authority
So
over that. I think.
he's the guy who writes the letter.
XM, I don't.
Dear,
Go ahead, John.
dear
as
serious.
a yacht rock committee member, do you get to hand down censure, to stations that stray? Is there an enforcement for?
I just complain. That's all it
Yeah.
is. Just to myself because no one will listen.
Sirius XM. Do you know what they just played?
Yeah, it's just absolutely insane.
Okay, so Hall & Oates, if we were going to pick one song to represent our yacht rock list for tonight, what would that song from them be that would fit that category?
Well, I'll pick my favorite because it's 2 minutes and 21 seconds of complete bliss, and that song would be "Rich Girl." But it could be many. It could be "Sarah Smile." It could be
Ben, if you were going to...
"Kiss on My List" would be a good one too. But I'm gonna go with "Rich Girl" because I just dig it.
Ben, Hall & Oates, a band you would know? What would be a song that you would kind of pick out from them?
Well, I still don't know what yacht rock is, so I don't know. Boy, if I had to pick another song, it'd probably be Man Eater. But I know that's probably way out of.
No, maybe.
I'm just picking out a song for me. I'm just I don't care about your category anymore. I was like, yeah, I'd probably go with that one.
No Can Do would even work there.
I'm making my own committee over here. We got our new committee.
Okay, we're gonna call it Barge Rock.
Yeah, it's Bouge Rock.
Tuna Boat Rock.
That would be, up here. What do we call them? Flat bottom, bass boat. Something like that. We'll go with a bass boat rock, yeah. But they could buy me a boat, float down the river.
Let's see. Scott mentioned Hootie and the Blowfish. They would be two.
No.
Yeah.
Not even kind
of. Toto. We talked about Toto already. Somebody mentioned Foreigner.
No, I don't think so. Unless you put like
none of the Foreigner.
Well,
I'm just wondering.
I guess if you want to get technical about it, a lot of the stuff off of 4 could probably qualify. Like I Want to Know What Love Is.
That's what was suggested.
Yeah, I could.
Things like that would probably qualify. Yeah.
But isn't that almost too much of a power ballad?
Yeah, but it's as close as they get. I mean, it's not Head Games.
Yeah.
It's not Cold as Ice. I mean, those songs don't work. So if there was one, it would be something like that. I think that was on 4, wasn't it?
See, this would have been I Don't Want to Live Without You would have been my suggestion.
Yeah, that would work too.
I just want to go back to the Hootie thing and say Hootie's too cool to be a yacht rock band. So
nobody with cardigans would listen to something as cool as Hootie.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's where you were trying to get to. Okay.
We need to paint a broader picture here. So let me just throw a few things out there.
Yes.
Okay.
That's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna screw up your pacing here, John.
No, go ahead.
So England Dan and John Ford Colby, yacht rock all day long. Okay. Whether it's Nights Are Forever or the other one. Really love to see you tonight. Okay. Rupert Holmes, Pina Colada song, him all day long. Robbie Dupree, Hot Rod Hearts, and the other one, Steal Away, yacht rock. Boz Skaggs, I think we talked about Boz earlier with Lowdown and Leo Shuffle and JoJo. That's definitely yacht rock. Almost anything, oddly enough, that Michael McDonald touches turns to yacht rock. So nearly anything, all from the Doobie Brothers, If It Keeps You Running, all the way to that terrible song that I hate more than I hate most anything else.
Which hang on, let me get a cue.
Yamo Be There. I can't stand that song, but it's yacht rock. So Michael McDonald is like the king of yacht rock. If that paints a better picture for some of you. And Ben, not Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett's not yacht rock. Jimmy Buffett's boat rock. Jimmy Buffett is Lake Havasu, drink a beer and piss in your hat rock. It's not yacht rock. Climax Blues Band. Climax
Blues oddly Band. Specific, Brian. That's oddly specific.
It is. Well, we can have that conversation another day.
No, I'm good. I'm all right. I don't need it.
Rod Stewart. Ooh, I don't think so. Climax Blues Band. I think you could probably do. Couldn't get it right. Might work there. I Love You it's a ballad. I mean, maybe it would. John Cicada's Way Too Late. I'm just going through the list here.
Yeah.
Gordon Lightfoot, absolutely not. Simply Red, no. This is way too.
Wait a second. Gordon Lightfoot has a track.
Would you be allowed to play Gordon Lightfoot on a yacht? I got in trouble for playing that
Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah, on a cruise. The captain came down from the wheelhouse to push.
Don't do that. Oh, I bet he wouldn't like that. It'd be like playing F the Police at a cops party. I'm
not superstitious.
It wasn't bad taste, but it's funny. I'll give you that, Ben. It's funny.
It was a request.
Yeah. Gino Vanelli. You know what? I think Gino Vanelli should be yacht rock. Absolutely. And I love Gino Vanelli. People Gotta Move is a great song. I think that song is yacht rock.
I think this one's yacht rock, isn't it?
Pardon?
No, not quite. No, what is it?
What?
No, this is too much
What?
folk. Carefree Highway from Gordon Lightfoot.
No.
No, it's too much.
Gordon Lightfoot's a different kind of
Yeah, but
genre.
it's a folk. Too much folk in
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Donald Fagen stuff is definitely yacht rock. IGY. Yeah, what was that? The one song I liked on that album. Everybody likes IGY, and I don't like that song. The one I really liked off that album, what was it called? The night something, the night shift, the night something. It was the Donald Fagen solo album. Was New Frontier. I thought that was a fantastic song. Leo Sayer, absolutely yacht rock. Yes.
This is Donald Fagen, New Frontier.
Yeah.
When you're talking about production quality, of course, the Donald Fagen stuff, it was really quite good.
Based on my loose and new understanding of the category of yacht rock, I would have to say, if anything is yacht rock, that is yacht rock.
Yes,
it definitely is.
exactly. Like I say, Michael McDonald is the king of it, but Donald Fagen is he's royalty as well. But after Pretzel Logic, I think once they did FM, yeah, okay, you're in. You are now royalty. But previously to that, I don't believe so. And like the Doobie Brothers stuff, as soon as Donald Fagen got involved, that stuff became kind of yacht rocky as well.
Seeing a pattern here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You're starting to get it.
Nightfly.
Nightfly. There you go. That's the one. Nightfly. That's the album.
Billy Joel. Would he have anything?
I'm not thinking of one Billy Joel song that would be because in that era of things, he was doing very much the piano thing, and then he got into the like Big Shot and things, and Moving Out. It's not quite there. And then it was Glass Houses, which is a really cool album, but not yacht rock.
Yeah.
Not Commodores. Yeah, some Commodores tracks are yacht rock. Sail On is yacht rock. What's the other one that's really cool by the Commodores? You don't hear it a lot. Oh, man. There's a really good Commodore song, and I can't think of the name of it. But yeah, there are a couple of Commodore songs that actually are yacht rock. So somebody, Gus, threw that out there. Oh, that is the creepiest song ever. That is even creepier than the Air Supply song, Jimmy.
Which one's that?
Into the Night by, what's it? Benny Mardanos or whatever his name is. She's just 16 years old. Leave her alone, they say. Oh, God. Ew. Gross. Go away. Yeah, it's a yacht rock song.
The Commodores, a couple of the Easy Sail On.
There's another one that's really good by the Commodores, and I cannot think of the name of it. It's not one of the big ones that you hear a lot, but it's a yacht rock track. Kind of like that Eddie Money track. It's like not normal for them, but it's really good. And Lionel Richie's singing on it, but I can't remember the name of it.
Are there any songs where the answer would be "It depends"?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Then I'm happy. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, you just wanted to get that out there, didn't you?
This is not an exact.
Oh, no,
Yeah, Ambrosia is yacht rock.
Hey,
Well-
I don't know if you knew this, Brian. We have a drinking game in my show now, apparently.
Yes, yeah.
Every time I say it depends, everybody's got to drink a Pepsi.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. So we had to work that in somewhere.
Yeah. Now there.
Sweet.
You'll have the chat room be like,
Everybody's Pepsi's going flat waiting for it.
yeah, it's taken 45 minutes. What's wrong with this show?
Yeah, I'm just kind of checking. What else do you got? What you could throw some artists at me and tell me if you the yacht rock, the judge yacht rock judge.
See,
It was supposed to be yacht rock survivor.
Didn't we talk about Todd Rundgren at one time? He's got a couple of yacht rock tunes, but not the big ones that he's been known for.
I don't know that Todd Rundgren has a yacht rock song. I don't know that he does.
So I thought there was one that.
There's a Commodore song. I need to find what it's called. This is driving me absolutely nuts.
I thought I saw the light as I thought.
No, the production value just isn't quite there yet.
No, it had some criteria, but it didn't have all the criteria.
You came close. Kenny Loggins is yacht rock.
Really?
Which song?
Well, not every Kenny Loggins song, but a lot of Kenny Loggins songs are yacht rock. Yeah,
Okay, all right.
not everything.
Okay,
but like whenever I call you friend.
I'm just thinking, like, how is Reelin' in the Years to rock and like, I'm All Right is not. That's what I was.
No, I'm All Right is not a yacht rock song.
Okay, right.
This Is It is a yacht rock song.
Ooh, I didn't know.
Make sure I was following along here.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Kenny Loggins did this tune.
Which one?
Rainbow Connection.
Oh, he did a version of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did. I didn't know that. Of course, when you need to make an album. What song did you mention from Kenny Loggins?
The one oh This Is It. That is got just like reeks of yacht rock.
Yeah, definitely has that, Michael. Yeah.
All right, I concede the point.
Whenever I Call You Friend would be another one.
Let's see that on there. Right.
Son of a Sailor. I think he did that. That'd be like a yacht rocky tune.
Oh, you mentioned Joe Jackson earlier, didn't you?
Stepping Out would be yacht rock, and
I wanted to play that one because that's a great tune that I had added to my summer cocktail list. And there were people who were like, "That's a really good song, but it's a little bit too fast." Because it is an up-tempo song, but it's not like you can't dance. You can't dance to it.
yeah.
Oh, let's see. I'm going through my list of some of the songs that I put together over the years that or not over the years, but over the last, probably about a year and a half. That'd have been. We talked about. Jay Ferguson.
Thunder Island.
Yeah, is that
Yeah, sure.
for those?
Yeah, and the other one that whenever I hear it, it always just reminds me of that one is oh boy, Moonlight Feels Right by Starbuck is almost this. I don't know, for some reason they. And then the other one is
Just hang on a sec. You're yeah, that.
Yep, that's definitely one. And the other one would be Pilot's Magic would be kind of a yacht rock song. But don't even play that one because I'm taking that statement that I just made and I'm retracting it.
Because that did not fit the category of yacht rock because it did not get past the velvet rope. Do not collect $200.
I just denied it entry.
Velvet
Man.
anchor chain.
Must go back to go.
Go away. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Go away.
To end this little segment, because we're just
We have time. Kim Mitchell, Go for a Soda. No, great song, but not yacht rock. You Can Do Magic, America. Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I got to get back to the chat.
I'm just looking here.
What did you have for us, John, to end the segment? What did you have?
Well, to end it, I was going to do Brian's favorite yacht rock. Because sometimes when you ask him for a favorite specific area like that, he comes out with something that's like out in left field.
It depends.
You were waiting for whatever you wanted to just work that in.
Anything. Anything.
You know, the truth be told, I just enjoy the genre. It relaxes me. It does. When I'm doing anything that I find stressful or difficult, like cleaning, for example, or working on the car in the shop.
Yep.
I'm listening to yacht rock. It relaxes me. I can't get angry when England Dan's singing me a song. I just can't do it.
I was thinking the same thing. You know, the guy I was telling you about tonight that was in the shop and his wife falls asleep to my show. And I was thinking probably he fell asleep tonight because I almost did.
I'm sorry, Ben. I'm not the one who invited you here, by the way. That would have been John Young. So I'm not the one who thought, hey, I got a great idea. Let's have Ben on the show. It'll be
Brian, anytime
awesome.
if I get to, listen, I learned a lot though, honestly, and all joking aside, I learned a lot. I am always in awe of your musical knowledge and your passion for it. You know, obviously I've been playing music since I was 8, and I was in bands and band and a drum corps and I work with music. I'm passionate about music, but yet I am inspired by you, Brian. So
stop it.
No, I'm serious. I didn't even know yacht rock was a category. And I feel like tomorrow I'm gonna wake up again pretending that I don't know that yacht rock's a category. But
I'm glad our shows are so memorable.
I'm just gonna push that out of my head.
All right. I'm gonna have to go with Love Will Find a Way by Pablo Cruz.
Okay. See if it pops up here.
You're smiling, Ben. Why are you smiling?
Bourgeois.
He just went, no. That's not even on my list of 70s songs to play. No, I gotta add that to my list.
New one.
The other one that's really good, that we didn't talk about, is A Lot of Love by Nicolette Larson. That one's really good. It's definitely a yacht rock song.
Let's see if it comes up. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I haven't heard that one in a long time too. So that's what it becomes interesting, Ben, is that Brian pulls these things out that he knows the this, that, and the story behind it, and it's like, oh, I haven't heard that song in 45 years.
Baker Street by Jerry Rafferty is the yacht rock track.
Oh, that's the one. Somebody did mention Baker Street.
It's a big one.
And I
mean, it's got the sax and it's jazzy production value, whatever. It's got that jazzy feel to it. A lot of it, like the Steely Dan stuff and the Michael McDonald stuff, perhaps. But yeah, those are good ones. There's a lot of good ones. So does it Dolby Gray does Drift Away? I mean, that one's good.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who trips me out, the guy who just totally trips me out is, and he's an interesting cat if you read about him, is Paul Davis. Do you remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's 65 Love Affair, I Go Crazy. That guy.
Yeah.
His music is just, I mean, anything the guy does is gorgeous. Just
Drift Away does seem like a song. I'm sorry, I'm stuck on W. Gray, but that seems like a song I would listen to if I was on a yacht. That night, that's maybe the first one that made sense. Or I thought, yeah, if I was laying on a yacht in the sun,
Here we go.
with my cardigan, that's
50,
I don't know.
53 minutes into this show.
Drift away. Yeah.
53 minutes into the show, we finally found one. Ben can sign
That's
off.
right.
What are you doing?
There was finally
Did you just sign off?
No.
Yeah.
No,
You're talking to yourself now, Brian. Yeah, we signed off. Sorry, everybody. Good night.
We all left. No.
No,
That was abrupt. Okay.
We're still here, but we're
And
saying
fine.
53 minutes into this show, and finally Ben has a song that he can go and have a lemonade in his cardigan and listen to on his yacht.
But the Paul Davis is interesting, and I'll tell you why I think he's so cool. Is because he is just the most modest pop star ever. The guy looked like a mountain man. He had a long blonde beard and long hair, and he lived in Arkansas, and he would rather lived in a cabin and gone fishing than been a rock star. But he was so good. He was a great player, composer, writer, singer. And his music is just gorgeous. But he's definitely a staple in yacht rock as well.
Yeah, and you see by the pictures the long hair mountain man look. Yeah.
And he was just the sweetest guy. If you ever saw him in interviews, just kind of a shy guy who was always smiling, really kind, and just a Southern gentleman. But you wouldn't know that listening to his music.
Mm-hmm.
you would think he was a kind of a clean cut guy, or kind of a, you know, the kind of guy who drove around in a sports car, and you know, but no, totally not Paul Davis. He was just a very modest, cool guy. So it was very, very interesting cat.
All right, we're going to wrap things up so Ben can get on. He's got to get calling it a day. Thanks for joining us tonight, Ben, and being with us.
Yeah.
Brian?
So before you go,
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time worrying about this because this is probably going to surprise a lot of viewers and disappoint you, I'm sure. But I don't own a cardigan. But I did some looking, and it seems that there's hope because I found this one. There is a Boba Fett Star Wars cardigan. So maybe someday I will own a cardigan and I can lay on a yacht listening to Toby Gray.
I should have worn an Argyle sweater for this show. I wasn't even thinking about it, but that would have been
fit right in there.
That really would have been fantastic. That would have been epic. So
one of those little hats, like a captain hat, would have been cool too.
Yeah.
I don't own a captain hat, but if I did, I would have worn it for the show.
That would have been something.
I'm pretty sure you do.
He's right across the road from like a big lake. Well,
even like, it could even just like one of the, the sailor dog bowls or whatever, so you could do that too. Captain hat would be,
a Gilligan hat would have worked.
Captain hat would be cooler. Yeah.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you much for being with us tonight. This is actually our last live show for the week because we are getting ready for Thanksgiving. Ben, you're having turkey Thursday, stretch pants. You ready to go?
I presume so. Whatever we're having, I'm having it. Yeah. I'm going to have my stretch pants on, my elastic belt. I'm ready to rock. So
nice. Brian, you're going to have some turkey day coming up too?
No turkey.
No.
This is the very first Thanksgiving, that meal that the first Thanksgiving I was away. I was in Germany for Foz's wedding. But aside from that, my mother's out of state. So This is going to be the first Thanksgiving dinner in my home that I've ever had.
Okay.
We always go somewhere else. And we're Puerto Rican here, man. We're having pork shoulder. That's just how it is.
That'll be good.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong. What? Nothing wrong.
When you're Puerto Rican,
morning, so
if it's a holiday, you have pork shoulder. Whether it's Thanksgiving, New Year's, Three Kings Day, Christmas, Easter, or just, I don't know, September 12th, which is not really a holiday, but let's have pork shoulder. That's just what you do when you're Puerto Rican. That and arroz con gandules, and that's what we're doing. So come on over and have some pork shoulder. It's very good.
I don't know if I've ever had pork shoulder. But thank you guys for being with us tonight, and have yourself a wonderful Thanksgiving with family and friends, and we will see you next week. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.